And welcome back to Wait, that's wrong show.
Wrong show.
Welcome back to Under the Shade. I am Daniel. That is Chris.
Hi.
That is Jabecky.
Hi.
We have a whole new setup since the last time anybody's watched this show.
It's so cool in here.
Yeah. I forgot to turn the AC off. Be right back.
Yeah, tonight's theme is suffering for Daniel.
Daniel will tell you that's his whole life theme.
Yeah, I can. He did. His gallbladder almost killed him last year. Or this year? Time's weird.
Yeah. This year? Time doesn't exist.
Yeah. Your gallbladder? It was this year, right?
Yeah, it was in January.
I was thinking January.
Yeah. What a great opening to the show, guys. I'm leaving all that in. I do not care.
I'm not editing it out, he says.
Yep.
I don't have time for that.
Editor!
I actually don't know if you caught it in the Wasted show today where I was like, editor, edit this part out.
That was
Yes,
pretty good.
it was so
I did
good.
love
So I'm
that.
so used to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris has been bugging us to come on this show for like, I don't know, 4 months. That
It's
AC will eventually shut off. So if you guys hear noise, it's fine. Deal with it.
It's the monsters. They're inside the
Can
walls.
I interrupt you for a second?
Absolutely.
I brought some little animals or little things for you to fidget with since you're
There we
not allowed
go.
to have a clicky pen.
That's so thoughtful.
Would you like
Thank
a
Jabecky.
frog or a lizard?
That's why I sat him over there because he usually
Gotta have a
fidgets with
lizard.
me.
Lizard, which you can have whichever one you want. You can have both of them.
I think I'm
actually.
going to take both. Thank
You
you.
want a frog?
Sure, I'll take a frog.
I was really expecting you to just like whip it at his head.
Wait a minute. No, Daniel.
Daniel.
Out of your mouth. Spit it out.
It's been a weird day, everybody.
We're doing great.
But yeah, welcome back to Under the Shade. Chris. Since
Yes.
you've been bugging the hell out of us
That's true.
to come on this show, like once a week or 4 times a week for like a month.
I wouldn't say 4 times a week.
So you just wanted to put your face out there.
I mean, I might as well because
Yeah.
potentially we're going to be doing a lot of content with you guys here before long.
I hope so.
It's
I
only been
remember-
a year.
Yeah.
That's true.
I remember whenever we did the first episode of this, we recorded it in like November of last year, and Jed's like, yeah, we're probably going to be releasing it in like January. And I'm like, no, you're probably not.
No.
And it's literally almost a year and not a single
Although I do
episode's
have
been
some
released.
art and stuff made up, which I need to
Finally.
I need to get sent over to you.
I've been waiting on that because I was like, if you guys are going to take it seriously and get artwork made, I'm not going to take it seriously and spend all my time editing.
Which I do feel bad. I didn't realize that was one of the things. And I was talking with Jed. I was kind of like, hey, like, do I need to like help? What are we doing? Like, let's get some momentum here. And he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, we're just waiting on the art. And I'm like, oh, shit, I could have been doing that this
Typical
whole time.
Jed, dude. I've told Jed multiple times, I'm like, we need to get the feed set up. We need to get artwork. And he's like, yeah, dude, we'll take care of it. And of course, he just assumes that you are going to do it or somebody else is going to do it for him.
That's honestly, it's probably my fault. I should have been a little more proactive. I mean, to be fair, you come home to Bubba. I mean, how do you not just snuggle that boy?
That's fair. Listen, I've got things that I go home and snuggle with myself.
Mm-hmm. And
It's
I believe based
right, I
on
don't
some
know.
other content we've got here lately.
Jabecky's like, yeah, you don't.
Right. I think Ryan's got, is it Ryan that has the body pillow now?
It's not a body pillow. It's actually sitting right over there.
The Bojuro pillow?
He didn't even
Yeah.
take it home.
Yeah.
Wow, what an amateur. Look
Right?
at how great this gift
Wouldn't
is.
you,
Right?
If you got a gift like this, wouldn't you want to like?
Oh, I would
Appreciate it?
there's no way it wouldn't be home
Yeah.
in a frame.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care for the Bengals that much, but
Yeah.
Bojuro's pretty great.
That's it's good quality too. Like it
Yeah.
feels nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pillowcase, or it's a pillowcase. So
So you can take it off
you
and
can take
wash
it off
it.
and wash it, which he's going to need to do.
Oh, that
Because-
thing is going to be soiled.
Dude, it's going to be gross. No black lights around it. Ever.
Oof.
You'll probably knock some planes out of the sky with the lights.
The reflection coming back up.
I hate that so much. So much.
Oh, Jabecky, so what have you been doing recently? You haven't been on in a bit.
I haven't.
Last time we couldn't even see you, so this is the first time people
yeah,
actually seeing
this
you.
is my face.
Yeah.
I need to dye my hair. That's something I need to
Chris
do.
does too. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
he's got to figure out how to grow it first.
It
Yeah.
grows everywhere other than where I want it. It's so not fair.
They say
yeah,
that's like a gene. You either have like the balding gene or the beard gene.
Yeah, I have like
Yeah.
Wookiee hair all over me.
Yeah. Oh, what have I been doing?
I know. The beard is so good. Oh, sorry, Jabecky.
No.
I
Let's talk about
I
your
just
beard
bought a
some more.
beard straightener the other day. I started straightening it.
I mean, I won't lie. When I had a huge one in college that was like
Yeah.
here. It makes it so much easier when you
Dude,
can just
right?
like iron that thing down.
It's so nice because it like
That's like a thing that people have been doing for a long time. Like I'm assuming college was a while
I'll be
ago.
honest, I was feral back then, so like something to groom it with other than my bare hands was like an epiphany.
Yeah. It definitely helps because it
Interesting.
gets like all tangled up and like
Oh, the
you know,
curly cues right here
yeah.
are the worst.
Yeah, so
So
It's
it's such
pretty
a
nice.
weird thing, beards. I don't.
It's because the hair follicle comes out like not round, it's angled.
mhm.
That's why it
Interesting.
comes out weird shaped.
It's really thick too. Like
Mhm.
the
That's
hairs
why
are a
that's
lot
why it
thicker.
does that, because instead of like your hair on top of your head is like this, and then like the ones
It's
in
like
your
pube
face.
hair.
Actually,
Let's
yes.
just say it.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
This is exactly what my balls look like. I straighten the hair.
Just straighten them out with an iron.
I just snorted.
I may or may not have had to go to the hospital a couple times with burns on my nuts, but
Time out.
Imagine
A couple
going-
times?
that was
A couple times?
Going to the hospital.
How
and
did
being
the
like,
first one not teach you, hey, don't iron the balls?
He was trying to be more
No.
careful the
Yeah.
second time.
I guess that's true.
it's a look. You wouldn't
Larry
get it.
and Lenny,
You just
my
wouldn't
boys.
get it.
Now kids.
You actually see those on there? Oh yeah, you can.
Me.
Me.
Oh man, this podcast is so easy to do because we just talk about whatever. Where's my frog at, by the way?
You ate it, dude.
Spit it out because you guys yelled at me.
And it probably ran for its life because it's like freedom and like takes off.
Yeah,
You
it's, like,
already
clear over there.
lost it. Oh my
I spat
god.
it out. It's over there under Jabecky. It's fine.
There's
you
another
sure?
one.
Have a second frog. That was a poison dart one, folks.
Yeah.
It got him.
It's the bright colored frog. Stay away from it. Choked me.
Hey, I learned that when we played Green
Yeah.
Hell. Speaking of things that I've done
Yep.
recently.
Speaking of things that we need to do more of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Schedules suck, dude.
I've been so busy.
Just the cold open of like, hey, be careful. There's a lot of dangerous stuff out here. And then Daniel just literally like
falls
Yeets
off the
boom, boom,
cliff.
boom, is the funniest shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I've recorded with you a few times.
Mhm.
Learning video editing, which is going slowly.
It's a pain.
Um,
Once you get used to it and like get the flow down, it's like second nature.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm so used to using keyboard shortcuts on like Photoshop and that kind of stuff. So when it comes to like this program, I don't know it very
Yeah.
well.
Are you guys doing
And
Adobe or
It's DaVinci.
DaVinci?
Yeah. DaVinci, like,
If it was Adobe, I would be a lot more set because all of the
Are still the
are
same.
all the same throughout their
yeah.
programs.
I had to sit down whenever I got DaVinci because I'm so used to using Logic to edit audio. And the key or the keyboard shortcuts, the hotkeys and stuff are completely different.
Mm.
And there's so many different things in DaVinci that you can set. And I went through and had to set all these different things to match. So whenever I go back and forth, it's not like
Mm.
I'm trying to relearn.
Oh God, could
But
you
That totally
imagine
makes
if like the like highlight like option would be the same as like the clip or cut or like oh that would
Yeah.
be so bad in editing.
Dude. Yeah, the one that I use the most is cutting, like to cut
Mhm.
stuff. Because if you don't have the keyboard shortcut, you have to select the cut
Oh,
tool,
it's so
cut,
bad.
select the arrow tool, go
That's-
back.
Oh,
It's-
are you
That's what I need to
serious?
set.
Ugh.
I keep forgetting to set it, and every time I get in there, I just get frustrated and I close the program.
Yep. Yep. But you're also doing YouTube or attempting
Well,
to use
I did
YouTube
one
stuff now.
video.
Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I haven't done anything else since then. But first step's out of the way.
Hey,
Yeah.
the
And
first
it was
one's always
fun.
the
I
hardest.
enjoyed that was
Mhm.
that was cool. It's weird recording to no one.
Right?
But also kind of freeing because you're not like the embarrassment's not there.
Yeah, you
being
don't have
there in
somebody
front
just
of
like
people.
over your shoulder.
Dude, I hate that.
Yeah, and if you say something stupid, you can just cut it out.
Truly. Or leave it
Or leave
because
it. Yeah.
that's entertaining.
Yep.
Yeah, the supercuts Daniel makes, I'm telling you all, they're incredible.
Dude, it like there's something like I had the same issue when I first started recording. It's like I'm sitting here talking to myself, trying to play this game and trying to be entertaining, which are I'm not entertaining. So
I
that's just-
disagree. I love your
so-
content, man.
well, thank you. But
It's taken years of
Yeah.
practice.
yeah, there's almost 500 videos, so
Yeah.
it's taken a lot of practice. But yeah, that was the most difficult thing about it was like watching other people and how they do it. And I'm like, how do you just sit there and talk to yourself
Right.
and like play this game and try to like provide decent commentary?
Right.
And that's why like there's a lot of games that I'll play and the game sucks so hard that I will just bash it the whole time and never release the video because I feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that's my thing with like, because I've thought about starting streaming too, but I'm working on a new PC for that because mine is very old.
And just turn it into Nuclear Reactor 4. Just like melt down in the corner of the room.
I mean, it's close. It's so loud, and it's sitting on my desk too, so it's like right by my head, and then I can hear it through my headphones. That's when you know, like,
you just hear that extra fan kick in.
Yeah,
yeah, like, we're giving her all she's got, Captain.
Yep.
I'll give you a little break for a minute. But yeah, so computer, I'm working on that. Designing stickers.
Ooh. Do you have any new stickers to show off?
Yeah.
Yeah, get some of this.
Hell yeah.
I can tell you, streaming, if there's people in your chat, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about is like there's nobody to talk to, and then it's like...
You are a female, so there will be people to talk to.
There will be a lot of them.
They might not be people that you want to talk to, but there will be people.
You just got to keep saying Pog and PogChamp and Poggers and a bunch of other
really... Is that still a thing?
Yeah,
unfortunately,
and just like a little bit of shoulder, and everybody's
it's like eternal.
Like,
only shoulder?
Yeah.
Wow.
These people are like thirsty out there.
You think Ryan's weird for asking or saying, you know, I'm sorry, sell your feet pics.
I mean, I was joking, but I know it's
people
a thing.
Be asking for like your.
Oh no! Unfortunately, there are a lot of degenerates out there.
Oh, I know.
Micah Parsons is one of them.
Yep, you're sitting next to one too, Jabecky.
No, we're not. Trust me. They keep trying to tag me.
Can I sit on that side?
You're welcome to.
It's worse over here. I'm telling you.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, these are my stickers. These are my latest too. You probably can't see them.
You can.
Ooh, look at that Kirby.
It's a Kirby. He says
Kirby.
howdy.
You really just gonna walk by and not say howdy, partner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those Kirby stickers.
And then I have made controller stickers recently too.
Are some of those down there at the Joe?
They did have the controller ones.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So I thought I saw them down there. She did not
respond to my offer of the latest one. So.
Oh.
Jerks.
That's okay. I think I sold most of them anyways.
That's good.
We'll get on my rant about how much I dislike the place now under new management. So.
We're not going to talk about it.
We can't do that because Jabecky will lose her job.
Oh, yeah. That's
I will lose my job. I would like to rant about today, but I won't because I am...
I mean, you can.
My coffee was wrong and I was sad about it.
No, that sucks. You got to have the caffeine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jabecky brought me a Americana with 5 shots of espresso in it. Was it 5 shots?
I think that's what they told me.
Yeah. 5 shots of espresso?
It was a big boy. It was big.
Yeah. It's still 5 shots of espresso.
I was in a mood yesterday, and I finished it within like the first 35 minutes of the podcast.
I was keeping an eye on it, the level, because I was like, we were halfway through, and it was almost gone, and I was like, Daniel, you need it.
I was like up and down all night.
Yeah, you had 5 shots of espresso in there, man.
But let me tell you, that was probably the best like edited, wasted... that there's been. So maybe you need to drink 5 shots.
The little end feed blurbs or cuts have been incredible in that. Which, speaking of, the fucking Bret Michaels Daniel cut, just out of left field, didn't know we needed that in our lives.
I was a strange person back then. Very just trying to find myself.
Oh, me today Googling who Bret Michaels was.
Oh yeah, the lead singer of Poison.
I got that. Yeah. No, I just didn't know the name. Did you just throw your frog again?
Nope.
Oh.
Man who literally tied his bandana so tight it gave him a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true, but it's funny.
I was like, wait a minute, what?
He's famous for having that bandana and he had a stroke.
Yeah.
Every rose has its thorns. Mm-hmm. Poison? Yeah.
Yep. And like really nothing else.
That's pretty much.
My college group minister for the Christian group I was in met his wife at a Poison concert.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I know about Poison.
Interesting.
That is such a weird crossroads of like Poison and youth minister.
Oh, he went to church for her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
she's amazing. Yeah.
Hey, kudos.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of dedication.
That's why you're single.
No, there's a lot of reasons for that. No, there's a lot of reasons for that. That's like the least of them.
That's the first one.
Do you want to talk about it? We could talk about it.
We're here.
We could.
Screw BetterHelp. You can come.
Hey, vent to the camera. That's how it works. BetterHelp. Oh my God, what a scam.
Dude, those ads, I get so tired of them. It's like, I know I'm mentally ill.
Yeah, it's like, how do you know what's going on?
Now, were they the ones that had the AI that was telling people to like unalive themselves? Because I don't know how censored we are through this.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
BetterHelp, like you actually
got
prescribed a person.
Okay.
Prescribed. Assigned.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the one that was like the AI help, it was like, hey, I'm having a bad day, and it was like, go jump off a bridge. It's just like, oh my God.
It took it a couple days to get there, but it got there. Yeah. It's like, I get it. Dude, the AI stuff right now is crazy. I follow a couple
The deepfakes are starting to make me really uncomfy.
I don't watch those. They freak me out.
Well, like Tom Hanks had to come out because they're already starting to do scams with them. Like Tom Hanks was like, hey, here's this website I used to get these like cheap iPhones. And it's like, people are like, oh, Tom Hanks, I could trust that. And they just walk straight into it.
Dude.
There's so many ways that AI can help, like, be a good tool for humanity. But like,
unfortunately,
I don't know. I don't think that we can be trusted.
There's that crossroads of humanity that gets in the middle and kind of mucks it up there.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for somebody to make like deep fakes of me because I want to see what I would look like with abs. Anybody out there?
I think that's just photoshopping.
That works too.
I'm just picturing Daniel with like a 12-pack.
To be fair, I had abs whenever I was like right out of high school.
Didn't we all?
Mine have always been under a nice insulated layer.
Yeah. Sad.
Those were the days.
Tales of Asera, though.
It's super cool. I'm having so much fun running it. I'm the DM for that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the DM.
I'm running it. Yeah.
Do you cheat at that like you do at Munchkin?
Master.
See, you keep accusing me of cheating at Munchkin. I was literally the guy that was like, hey, that's cheating, Alex. Don't do that.
I mean, that was the first time I met you. That's that's all I got to go on.
I guess that's true.
So that's on you, dude.
Got those dubs in Munchkin, though. We take those.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. But yeah, so Tales of Ethera, which got the goofy cut edit you did in that one episode with that. It was one of the intro episodes. The listeners at home, whenever we release it, it'll be like the like hunt and seek or whatever, where it's like, where's Waldo, to find that cut. Because you did one where you did the like goofy voice of Tales of Asera.
Oh, Tales of Asera. That one, like, because I think we talked, like I think we figured out the name after we recorded that Jed's intro episode. And the way that it played out whenever Jed was introducing it, I was actually sitting there and I was editing it. I'm like, this would just be funny.
Yeah.
So I just recorded it myself and just threw it in there.
Yeah, because that was when Jed had mentioned
Tales of Asera.
It's incredible when you listen through. Because I think that was the part where Jed was saying, like, if you're kind of stuck on something you're not sure, you can just be like, and editor, and then like pause, and then that lets Daniel cut stuff in. And just so much fun. Yeah. I am so robotic and wooden in so many of them.
We've had to do multiple takes of certain things. Usually, well, just the intros, because once you get going, it's fine.
Yeah.
But, being in front of a microphone, I don't know. This is what, year 19 of being in front of microphones? So, like, it's really like second nature to me. But your first time in front of a microphone, like, you can hear yourself.
Oh, it's different.
It's like you're in your own little world.
Yeah,
other than the buzzing, like, but that's normal. That's like almost having like
tinnitus. I already have that.
Well, and I forget what episode we were talking about that, but it was like, I've been DMing since high school, which, oh my God, I'm so old now. It was almost 2 decades ago now. And like, very confident, been doing it for a long time. And like, they put me in front of a mic and I'm like, oh, okay, roll the dice, guys. And it was just like, I was like, what is happening to me? Like, I'm like a really good DM, and I was like, I've never done this before.
The microphone does throw things off.
Yeah.
I've been on stage since I was a kid. This is a totally different thing, though. This makes me nervous in a different way. But
I'm just so used to it. Like, especially after 500 videos on YouTube, like it's
old hat.
If there's not a microphone in my face, I feel like something's wrong at this point. Like, even whenever I'm like, I'll be sitting there editing. And like,
just
not in Discord, nothing.
It's
just my mic's just sitting in my face. It's just like natural. Like,
you don't feel like right without it there.
Yeah. So when are we gonna release that?
That's a good question. So I have the art stuff. I need to like just get that emailed over to you. But honestly, I think we're really ready to launch at least the intros.
Yeah.
Because they've been edited for a while, and we're 4, 5 episodes? Oh, at least. Of recorded sessions of the actual story.
The first session was 2 episodes, so you've probably got like 10 episodes.
Oh yeah, then
at least.
So that's my fault.
I haven't done any editing past that. I was really wanting to get the previously on spots, but you guys literally haven't recorded since I finished editing the last one.
First one. Yeah.
So I need those because the one big thing that I messed up with D&D kinda Revelation was we didn't start the previously on segments at the beginning of the episode until like probably episode 12 or 13, something like that. So like,
I noticed that,
yeah. And then we finally were like, oh, we should probably do this because we're releasing, it's so long in between episodes. Like you need that, like just
the
short little, like, 30-second recap. Honestly, it probably wouldn't be too bad between 1 and 2 because there's not a lot of stuff, but I want to have them. So like 1, it helps me in editing because I can keep the story just like flowing. And if there's something that happens later, like say there's something that happens in episode 10, but it's like a recall back to episode 1, I can put it in there and it'll help and like plant clues and stuff for the listener. And I did a lot of that with Revelation. I would take, like, say it's a Topher backstory episode. I will pull from the last backstory or something about Topher and put it there. So people are kind of prepped and ready for what's about to take place.
Ooh, I like that.
So
I can't wait to rug pull Jed and them. They have no idea what this campaign's going to be. So the premise of the campaign is essentially I got bored, created a whole homebrew world because DM know nothing better to do. Giant monsters, magic everywhere, picture like Zendikar for any of the nerds that play Magic the Gathering, like floating rocks, castles in the sky, all kinds of fun stuff like that.
An old dwarf with a jacket that says down to fuck.
It's true. D Snoots is the greatest.
That's my character.
But yeah, there's so much going on that these guys have no idea. Yeah. And like we're in their like first real dungeon and I'm gonna like drip feed a little bit. I think Jed is slowly kind of see that there's like a lot more going on than just Monster of the Week. Yeah. But for the early stuff, it's going to be a lot of Monster of the Week.
I think that like for a podcast, having some sort of like driving factor to the story, other than just being like, go here, fight this, go here, fight this, go here, fight this, like having like an underlying theme or a goal that they need to accomplish and then slowly feeding it in to where you're kind of like pushing them towards that goal but not really, because they feel like they're making the decisions themselves and then eventually they're going to get there and be like, oh gosh, like this is a lot bigger than we anticipated.
That's what's going to keep people listening from episode to episode.
And it's so fun as a DM. That's literally the best part of when you make the story, because like everybody has their parts, their stuff their characters want to do, and when you like weave all that together and you get these really fun moments where you're like, here's this little itty bitty little thing, and when that player sees it and like jumps on it like, oh man, that's my thing, and then they it's the best as a DM. I love doing that.
That's cool.
Yeah, like Michael pointed out, like the last session that we recorded of Revelation this past July, at the end something happens, and like he said that he could see me like, I know exactly what this is. Like I know exactly what's going on. Like holy crap, and nobody else caught on to it. Yeah, and like I was like, oh my gosh. Of course, it's easier for me because like I've listened to each of the episodes like 4,000 times, like through editing and doing all that stuff. So like I know that.
What is that perspective like, by the way? Because like I know as like a DM, if you have like a DM character that like helps the party, that's one thing. But like you're in the story, you're editing the story, you're like working the story.
Oh,
like,
you're in it too?
Yeah, he's one of the characters. He's one of the main characters of it. And like I've always thought that was like, it's got to be like a unique take on that.
Do you know too much?
No. Because Michael, like, I don't know anything past what we record. So nothing that happens in the show, or everything that happens in the show, I am hearing for the first time. Yeah. Whenever we're playing. So I'm just editing, and basically all of the editing that takes place in sound effects and things like that would be like what Topher is seeing and hearing.
And Topher, if memory serves, is kind of not the like the air quote straight man in the group, but you're kind of more in like the center of the chaotic hobo spectrum. Because like Jed's obviously like way out there with his.
Jed's chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I was gonna say you're kind of more in the middle of the party.
Well, I'm a cleric.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I'm not Jed. And I think like
what?
Yeah. But it's like that's what I've kind of pieced out from like watching or like I guess listening.
Yeah.
Listening to most of the stuff you guys have done. It's like, you've got Jed and it's like I Eldritch Blast the door.
Yeah.
And then you've got fuck you Topher in the like background. So it's like I've noticed your character is more like kind of in the center of the group.
I try to play to the character like what he would be doing. The thing about Topher's character though, is that he awoke and can't remember his past. Now, part of that was because I had no clue what to do for my backstory, and Michael worked that in, but we've got some really, really cool ideas for it.
Yeah.
But it also lets me kind of build my character as we go, because Topher's finding out about himself as the story's progressing.
Yeah.
And Michael will throw loops in there and be like, oh, this happens. And I'm just like, okay, so that's something probably from my backstory that's coming back, and like all this kind of stuff. So all of that stuff is really cool, because I don't know exactly what happened in my backstory. So whenever Michael introduces something like that, it's like Topher's hearing it and seeing it for the first time, because I don't know it.
Yeah.
So I have to react as Topher in that situation.
That's cool.
So it's really cool how it, like, everything kind of came together. And it's really funny in the series, though, having like the holy character Topher just be like buddy with the chaotic, like,
Hamilton. Hamilton flying around. Just, I drink that potion. It's like, all right.
It's like, I want to look, dude. Oh my gosh, you probably haven't made it to pudding yet. To pudding.
No.
Oh my gosh, it doesn't ruin anything, but holy crap, it's so funny. So Jed wanted a pet. Okay. Hamilton wanted a pet. Michael's like, because we were walking through Neverwinter, and Hamilton's like, are there any pet stores? And Michael's like, no.
This is the main reason, like, I'm actually going to listen to this podcast is so because of the story.
Yeah. And Jed's like, well, I want to look around in a trash can and find like a possum. Michael's like, okay, but you have to roll a nat 20. And Hamilton always rides in my backpack.
Yeah.
He's a little gnome. It's fine. I'm like 6'3". I'm a big.
It is hilarious, the juxtaposition of this party. And then there's just the Dragonborn just chilling as well.
The paladin. But yeah, he just wanted a possum as a pet. And Michael's like, roll nat 20 and you can have a possum. And Jed failed to roll. Yeah. So Topher's like, what are you looking for there, buddy? Yeah. It's like, I'm looking for a possum. It's like, well, let me see if I can find it. And I rolled nat 20.
Incredible.
Found it.
I love
Incredible.
So now we're like Russian nesting dolls. So like, Hamilton's my backpack, and
Puddin is in
Hamilton's backpack. So it's just like, it's great.
That's
so
awesome.
And the whole time, Michael's like,
yeah.
As the DM, when a player hits you with a curveball, sometimes it's just like, it's creative and it's fun, but like, guys, we have so much to do other than this.
Oh my gosh, like the first 2 episodes, like it took us, like that's edited down to like drastically. That's like, what, 2 hours at least of episode, and it took us like 6 hours to record it, and we went literally like a mile. It took us 2 episodes to get from point A to point B. It was absurd.
Oh yeah,
it was just absolutely ridiculous.
That's the good and the bad part of new characters is like, once they start getting momentum, sometimes it's like, okay guys, come on.
Well, it's like Michael was a new DM,
and that's always tough fresh,
too. Yeah, so we're just trying to feel it out, and we were also like using boards and stuff, and we realized that was stupid for a podcast. Like, it's nice for battles to like know placement, but like referencing it and stuff, you really have to be careful when you're using stuff like that, because
I've had such a hard time in the recording trying to be like, and then you go over there, and because I'm used to,
because you're not as descriptive. You would be more descriptive if you don't have that to see, correct?
Yeah. Okay. Well, or even if I'm at the table, I'll be like, okay, my boys, it'll be like, okay, you walk over and hit this. But if you're listening,
you're not gonna know.
That doesn't tell you anything about that. It doesn't show you like where they're at, because I'm so used to playing in the 3D like at the table.
Yeah.
It's been interesting, and any listeners will like probably laugh hysterically at the like jumps of how much improved everything's gotten.
I've never played D&D before because I don't feel like I have an imagination.
See, a lot of people say that, and it's one of those things where like, yes, the more like over the top theater kid you can be, the more fun you can have, but there's nothing wrong with just coming up to a table with a bunch of good friends and just being there and just rolling something simple.
Yeah.
Because the best part of D&D is that it's a group thing. It's not like, oh, here's the game, you have to play it.
No, yeah.
It's like, yes, there's a lot that's laying here, but how you approach it is just going to be completely different from everybody else.
It's like I guess akin to like a open world game where there's not any one necessary like place that you have to go to do this and do that. It's like, here you go. Say like Breath of the Wild. Like just drop in and you can just go and do whatever you want to.
That's true.
You know, kind of like that, but you get to build your character. You get to, you know.
And the best part,
it's just such a big commitment. I always feel like too.
We can do one shot.
It kind of is, and that's why for almost every new player, unless you have just like a group that are like we're playing, we're committing, we're going, and they launch which like you said is
good luck finding that.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I've gotten as far as like creating a character sheet, and then we never met again.
Yeah, that unfortunately that happens. a lot. But there's like one-offs. Like
you
can
do
like
a one. Technically, we're actually recording one, even though it's like going to be I think an episode or two. But it's essentially I do like a contained story. Like for instance, our one friend Troy, he's playing a lizard folk that's like they met in the dungeon, and like he's gonna help them get through that dungeon, and then through the story he's gonna split off afterwards.
Oh, okay.
He'll still be there. He can still drop in and out, but like he's doing his own thing in the world, and then our main story is still moving along.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we do a lot of, or we used to do like a lot of one shots, and we'll just do like dungeon crawls. Well, you just have like a map. You start here. It's like point A to point B. Like get to this, and like each room
is its own little puzzle and trap.
You puzzles, traps. You can like the one. My buddy Eric. He's like, I want a tricycle. I'm like, no, you can't have a tricycle.
A tricycle in D&D?
Yeah.
Like what would?
It's like rolling that 20. You can have a.
Okay, I mean, like maybe if you like chuck it at someone's head, maybe, but like
he rolled a nat 20 and got himself a tricycle.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
He also got himself locked into a room because of it.
Yeah, because he was too greedy.
Punishment.
Yeah, you always have to punish them if they do something crazy like that and get away with it. Like, you know, not because you don't have to, but it's way more fun.
Oh yeah.
You just have to like think of something to do to somebody. Like he had a tricycle, so basically there was a little like closet area, and there was like a trap in there, but it was like I forget what type of trap it was, but basically I was like there's like two little ruts on the floor, and just made it like really, really interesting for him. I was like, but you can't like, you can't like put your hands down in there and activate anything. I was like, but
there's clearly something that made a groove here.
Yeah, I was like, but maybe you could ride your tricycle into those grooves, and then spikes. It's like
lured him into it.
So I will say, as a DM, sometimes I've given players stuff like that, and then it's like when it fits into the puzzle, it's like, and then it clunks into place, and you can no longer remove it. It's like, but hey,
no.
but you brought that, and that was the only way that trap would open like that.
Yeah. You gotta repay them for their.
Never played D&D, huh?
Nope.
We'll have to fix that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's do it. We should do a one shot sometime, because we used to record them all the time for our D&D kind of Patreon. We used to just like crap. We'd sit down and just record for like 5 or 6 hours and just release the uncut,
just the raw cut,
and just release it on the Patreon as free content. And we're not free; you pay for it. Patreon.com/13palmtrees.
Hey.
Hey, it's on here.
Yeah, it is. It's right.
Yeah, it's it's right above
left.
Daniel's head there.
Right there. Yeah.
I hate that I've already forgot my lizards' names.
It's fine. I ate mine. So, but yeah, we should definitely do that sometime, because they're so much fun, because there's like you said, there's no commitment to it, which is really, really nice. Like you can just basically what we do is the DM gives everybody a level. The last one I think we did was a Gods campaign, so everybody's level 20.
Yeah, so then you're max level.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is a lot of fun. It's a lot harder to build on like a whim, because like if you're going to be like a wizard or something, you've got all these spells
that you have.
And literally break reality as a wizard.
Yeah, but they're a lot of fun to do. So
if you're ever interested, be happy to run that.
Yeah, let's do it.
What you thinking of playing?
Dude, I don't know.
You don't know?
See, that's the thing. You ask me, and my mind goes blank.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
I have an imagination. It just hides.
It just got crippling anxiety.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's a fun like character that you like in stories? Like the like valiant hero, the like healer, the like sneaky rogue.
Yeah, the rogue. Rogue? Yeah.
Oh yeah, then you'd love D&D. Rogues are so broken in D&D in the new version.
You in 5? Which
5e?
5e. Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty strong, and so I don't know if anyone's watching this will date us. So they're just announced that they're doing the next expansion. They're calling it 1 D&D, but it's 5.5. They just don't want to call it that.
Yeah.
But they've modified and added to a lot of the classes, and like they look really fun. I can't wait to do it, because dwarves get tremor sense through stone.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, it's so cool.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, so like if you were wanting to play a rogue, there's there's so many options. There's so many ways you can do it. Like, you can be just the generic thief rogue. You can be like the edgy assassin living in the darkness.
Oh yeah.
Like
that's
Jabecky. Yeah, there's like there's the magical thief where like you can literally like at high level literally snatch spells from people. So like there's just so many cool options they've got.
I have a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the backstory behind your lizards?
These two?
Yeah.
All right. So the green one is the more aggressive one,
Mm-hmm.
and the darker one is like his younger brother that like helps him.
Helps him? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they going?
To hell if they don't change their ways. Love that. Thanks for bringing these though.
Yeah, no
so
problem.
Everyone watching at home, like I'm sure the camera has already like aggressively shown.
Yeah.
It's a thing. I don't know if it's TISM or if it's ADD, but like I've had
He's
it
on the
forever.
spectrum.
Well, they give you crap about the clicking of the pens, and I'm sitting here like last night we were recording, and I was like, I am bored,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm listening.
I'll cover up the phone number, but I don't know if you can see it.
Pen clicker. It's just pens.
Oh, I'm
no,
calling you.
He's
yeah,
calling
okay,
you.
that's fine. Pen clicker.
Yeah, he unironically has me. There it is.
There we
He has
go.
his contact as pin clicker.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's
and I have him as Dan. Oh, did they know your last name?
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, I have his last name's Bonner, but I have it spelled as Boner.
Yeah. There's just a package of pens as your photo too.
I love it.
Incredible.
But yeah, I was sitting there at work today, and I was like, we need quiet fidget toys for. Well, I found listings on Amazon, but I'm gonna send them to Michael and be like, we need these for the studio.
That's awesome.
But ones that don't clack, all mine clack.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say I have a lot of fidget spinners, and unfortunately, I literally wore the bearing out of one of them.
Really?
To where like when you spin it, it spins, but it's like,
dude.
brrr.
I was working in retail whenever those things became popular. I freaking hated my life because I had no idea what they were, and then people started calling.
And
you
wanting
guys
them.
carry fidget spinners? I'm like, I don't know what that is. Sorry, and then it just blew up for like 2 weeks, and then it was gone.
Oh, they're still there. Dude,
oh,
so
I know they're still
no
there.
joke.
But I'm saying like the craze was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So like the hype went off of it.
Yeah.
So like 2016, shout out to my boy Brandon Booth. He got, we're up at WVU. He's like doing grad school. I'm crashing on his couch, just hanging out. We had drank so many Keystones that night. And then like fast forward a week or two, he gets a package from Amazon. He opens it up. It is a all steel fidget spinner that he didn't know he ordered drunk that night. And he looked it up. It was like $100
Those are my
fidget spinner.
favorite Amazon orders though.
And I won't lie to you, like it was like, that scene in Rick and Morty where Morty finds true level. Like when you'd spin it, it was just like, oh God, this is perfection. Like there's like zero wasted energy. Like I set it on a table once and spun it, and I know, no joke, it spun for like 3.5 minutes.
I love that.
And it was just like perfectly balanced, and like it was borderline like dangerous to carry. Like it was so heavy.
$100 fidget spinner.
And it was like
ordered.
It was like all steel. It had like steel bearings. It was like it literally had a lubrication like piston, like so where you could keep the bearings lubricated.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What was the last thing you drunk ordered?
I don't drink. Do stuff.
Yeah. You don't.
Why the fuck you lying?
I don't.
Oh.
No, I make stupid purchases sober, and then I fucking hate myself for it. It's like
you have no one to blame for it.
No, all right, what was your stupid one then?
My most recent stupid purchase?
Mm-hmm.
That's appropriate.
I'm trying to think.
It's appropriate.
The life-size
the like
doll of Ryan.
What was it? The like big dinosaur like.
No, I can't think of. I don't know. I really don't spend like a ton of money on like things other than like games. It's probably a game, honestly. But
what was the last game you bought that you were really excited for and you haven't opened?
Well, for the King 2, but it doesn't come out till November.
That was just today. That doesn't count. That was literally like 2 hours ago.
One that I haven't opened yet that I was really excited for.
We can pull up your Steam if you want to.
Yeah, it's on there.
I know.
It's like a 3-day scroll from top to bottom.
Right. There's a ton of games on there. Gosh, I really don't remember.
Office Harem 4.
No, the porn games are stupid.
Dude, they kill me on the Steam page where they're just listed there. It's incredible.
I'm trying to think because like I bought a ton of stuff during the spring Steam sale, but I've actually played every single thing that I've bought. Because for the longest time it was Grounded. Like I bought that game.
Oh, and you actually bought it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought it.
Is that the one where it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that one. Always looks fun.
It's on Game Pass right now.
Yeah.
We've played a few times over the last few weeks. It's really fun. I like it.
It is a lot of fun. So, but yeah. I don't know.
My last ridiculous purchase was matching neck stretching pillow things for me and my best friend.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
because we both have crippling anxiety and
tension
migraines.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah.
I bought a gold pizza cutter.
A gold one.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sick.
To be fair, it was the same price as the cheap one, so I bought it anyway. But
that's
what's
pretty
the handle look like?
It's black, but the it's actually like stainless steel, but it's gold.
But it's got like gold plated.
It's like bougie AF. I love
Fancy.
it.
I love that. Oh yeah, my last drunk purchase, and shout out to my little brother Kevin out in Colorado. He
Kevin.
Yeah, he laughed so hard whenever he heard about this. I bought a 14-gallon cheese ball, like tub, because I didn't realize that was the option I selected, because there was like, it was like cheese tub, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have it sent to me. It's gonna be like, the like standard gallon one.
14 gallons.
It's 14 gallons.
That's a lot of balls.
It was no joke. I don't know if the camera can. The camera can't see it, but it was slightly under chest high. Hand. I could, but then I'm just gonna be like, chopping.
It's about my height.
Yeah, don't do this.
Yeah, that's
weird.
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, I can't do it that way.
Yeah,
but it was like
frowned upon.
It was like almost. It was like it was above my waist, and it was like it looked like a 55-gallon like keg.
That's
like,
amazing.
It was just cheese balls.
Was it like the container? Was it the cheap plastic like the other ones?
Very
too?
cheap, thin plastic.
Have you finished it?
Oh no, that was in college. That was so long ago.
I would have kept that container forever.
Oh, right?
Well, I tried, and then I lost it when we were moving across town in Morgantown. I had an S10, and all my stuff was in the bed. And I forget it was not Independence Hill, but we were going over one of the hills there in Morgantown. As I apexed over it, I just hear it go like, it was like,
you're like, somebody's gonna have a good day.
And I'm like, nope, we're not stopping, because
some homeless guy still lives in that. I'm just telling you.
I mean, I would. You could easily crawl in that.
Can't make rent. It's okay. I got my cheese ball container.
1 bedroom, no bath in California for $80,000. I know. Yes, I know what I got.
14-gallon cheese ball container.
Dude, facts.
But yeah, it was, gosh. And they were really good. It was.
They were. Usually that kind of stuff doesn't taste good, but they were good ones.
Oh yeah, no, they were like not Utz brand, but they were like a brand that like
an actual, not like an off brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and they were really good. And of course, I was in a dorm at the time, so I'd be like, "Here, who wants some cheese balls?" Like Santa Claus walking out with a barrel of cheese balls.
How did that fit in your dorm room?
It took a little finagling.
All right.
That was like your computer stool.
It was a coat rack for the longest time.
Imagine.
It would have to be.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I imagine that's what it would have been like had you found fireballs.
Oh.
Dude, I'm so pissed.
I know.
We searched for hours. They discontinued fireballs.
Wait, what? The little cinnamon jawbreakers? Really?
Yeah.
Like in June or July this year.
They're still on the website, but you cannot purchase them anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, you can get them on like Amazon and you can get them on eBay too, I think. People are selling them on eBay now because, that's what people do.
Huh.
So
there's a lot of old candy on eBay we found out.
$100, I know what I got.
Remember Certs?
I do.
Remember the cinnamon ones?
Oh.
I used to.
Those ones were stout.
They had, how much was it for 1 pack?
It was like $40.
Yeah.
$40
and it
for
was
a pack of candy?
and it was from before like they were discontinued. So we're talking like 90s.
Years ago.
What cracks me up are the people that were like, Twinkies are getting shut down from Hostess. Let's buy like $2,000 worth of them and flip them.
They weren't good to begin with.
They last forever.
No.
So.
That's the worst snack cake.
Which is funny because they really don't last forever. They literally only have like a 3-year top shelf life. And then they turn into like the worst sludge you've ever seen.
Yeah. I've never let them last that long. Maybe like 3 days. That's about it.
So bad for you.
I know. It's America, dude.
Speaking of things that are bad for you, did you guys see, and it's been a little bit now, the absolute tool that took a thing of, was it the Doritos Loco? No. what was that? He wrapped it in like acrylic and buried it in like a burial plot and like chained it down.
It was Doritos.
Yeah, it was Doritos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
suspended it in like a frame, and then he poured resin in with it to like encase it, and then he buried it.
And buried it in like a 6 or 8 foot sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Like
so that people
people in the future will be like, what is so valuable about this? And like, no joke, like in the like sarcophagus, it's literally like the Mummy Returns suspended in the air by chain.
Also, like it's not touching the ground.
No, it is suspended in the middle, and it's like why?
Oh my
and I guess just like LOL, just because, but like, this asshole had to have spent like $40,000 on this whole thing for just a bit, just to bury a thing of Doritos in the backyard.
Dude.
Or no, they were Flamin' Hot Cheetos, weren't they?
I can't remember.
But it was one of those like snack things that's like not really worth keeping. Yeah.
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
But yeah, I didn't know if y'all had seen that.
So you did it like a time capsule thing to where somebody in the future can
and then like a giant, like humongous, like self-made, like 15-ton concrete sarcophagus, I think, or something like that. Like,
oh my God.
It's like it's like twice the size of this table.
I don't think. Yeah,
that's absurd.
Yeah, and it was just like it's just like a LOL. Here's my how-to video on how I did this, and it's just like.
Yeah, that's it. It's a how-to video. It's not like it's like here's all the steps.
He probably made way more than he spent on it just on the views on the video.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Which is like the absolute state of the internet,
dude. Yeah, and here I'm pouring hours and hours into editing for like 10
people. A man built
a
special tomb to preserve Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
That was what they were.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and then like literally sealed them in acrylic, and it's like a cube of acrylic like this big and like this wide.
Cheetos tomb.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you though, if you want to trick the algorithm, you got to say hot tub stream, and you got to have a small little hot tub somewhere visible on the camera.
I was going to say that's false advertising.
Now, not you in it. You can just never reference it. Just have it in the tag, because the algorithm will push that to the top of the content file. Really? And then all you do is just sit and do whatever you're doing normally, and you can choose to reference it at some point, or you can just have it as like a Where's Waldo on your camera. I'm telling you, you will see your views like quintuple.
Or just like put my camera down inside of like a hot tub frame.
Mm-hmm.
Could work.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the fastest way to cheese your way to the top. The algorithm, it's a robot. It's machine learning.
If I had tits, I'd already platinum on YouTube. I'm just saying.
Hey, you could.
Hey, you just got a beard. Beards are the new thing now.
Give me like 10 more pizzas and I'll be there. Don't worry.
Just grow a nice.
I tell you what, push-up bras do a lot.
You gotta get you a healthy B cup like right here.
I'm working on it. Oh man.
You got the pizza cutter now.
That's true.
You're one step closer.
To the edge. And I'm about to break.
No, just push me.
Yeah, please. I'm just going to jump.
Kick me off of it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow, that got depressing.
I was going to say, speaking of dark, depressing jokes out of nowhere.
Hey, Michael said that Wasted last week was too positive, so I'm just trying to bring the mood down.
Yeah, it's just, Michael's just being a shitter.
That's fair.
You guys' content's so fun on there. Yeah. I love it.
Dude, I actually went back to like last year and I was just like looking, dude, it was so boring.
Yeah. I didn't watch any of them.
It was trash last year.
Hey, it's the evolution. That's how you get there.
Yeah.
It was so like, well, we had just got the studio too, and like we're trying to figure stuff out. And the year before that, we did it all just via webcam, and
the quality's all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's great that you did those, because then you can see the progress. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's really encouraging.
Speaking of Josiah, because of the most recent, wasted local talent, can we talk about this? Like, opening season, the Guillotine League, I'm looking at Luke Musgrave. I think he's going to be a sleeper tight end pick. I'm like, cool, I'm going to pick him up. Josiah gets him like auto drafted in like the 17th round or something. I'm like, hey, here is Zach Ertz and like another value pick. It's like, it's not great, but like he's getting a 2-for-1 for a guy that's like probably not going to be that productive. Yeah. This asshole rejects and counteroffers with, I'll give you Luke Musgrave for your entire team roster.
Yep.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
He will not accept a trade if you make it.
Really?
He will only accept a trade if he sends it.
If he sends it first.
Yeah. Speaking of which, he sent me a really, okay, so like, let me ask you about this trade. You sent me a trade and I'm very close to accepting it. It's a pretty good trade.
Mm-hmm.
It is, he's giving me Calvin Ridley, Jerome Ford, and Kirk Cousins for Jordan Love and TJ Hawkinson.
Oh yeah, that's a good trade, especially for you because you're one chub down.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's the guy that broke his leg, right?
So the good news is didn't break it. He definitely totaled the like meniscus and stuff on the inside of his knee.
That's the one where his leg went like this.
Yeah, but it definitely bent 90 degrees, the wrong 90 degrees.
Yeah.
But he didn't dislocate his knee, which is very good because
that is good,
he's going to recover much faster.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the reports came out afterwards and were like, yeah, because they were worried that it was going to be like career ending.
I'm surprised it didn't dislocate his knee. That was one of the most gruesome rollover ones I've seen in a while. And it also happened to that same knee that he did in college too. Like,
they're never the same.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating because like, legitimately, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a Steelers fan. I know my bias is here, but like, the Cleveland Browns, LOL, Cleveland Browns, you guys suck. Like, such terrible decisions everywhere. And you get a good guy like Nick Chubb who just like comes in, does his job, works hard, and is also like fantastic, freakishly talented at what he's doing. And then it's just like on a freak bang play like that. And it's like, God.
Yep. Wasn't nothing dirty about it. Just.
And it also sucks because it happened against the Steelers.
Yeah.
And like, yes, Minka probably could have been up a little higher, but the counter argument is like, oh, you're going to throat chop Nick Chubb's tree trunk legs as he's going by? Dude, like, no, he's going to knock you into next Tuesday.
Yeah, especially Fitzpatrick because he's not the biggest.
Yeah,
compared to Nick Chubb, like Nick Chubb's thighs are as big around as like my waist. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's a reason.
Squats like
1,000 pounds or something crazy.
Absurd.
Yeah, it's like there's a reason there's weight classes in contact sports because.
Dude, like I've watched Nick Chubb workout videos before and Austin Eckler workout videos. Like those two are just insane.
Yeah, and it's wild that they're treating them like used bargain bin, like running backs. It's like, guys, like Austin Eckler is not a tall fella.
No, but he's a beast.
But he is broad.
Yeah. You just come in and push down this wall over here. Just not even think about it.
Leg press this building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Speaking of dark and like fucked up, like quick segues.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite interaction in Cards Against Humanity? What's your favorite like hiya? Here's my win play.
I haven't played it enough to have anything memorized.
What?
I don't own the game. I just play with other
people.
Too
much, but it's probably Hitler.
Yeah. The one that got me was I'm pretty sure the card reads Orphan Tears.
Yeah, those are.
And it was like. It was like, what's something that, and it was like something that somebody's never going to grow up with. And it was like, oh no.
Yeah, I used to love that game.
And you get burnt out on it from playing it too much.
Yeah, like whenever I had the cafe, I brought down my set to the cafe and just had it out on a table and people came in and people just started to come down just to play it. So I emailed them, like the company. I was like, hey, I have this business. People are really, really liking this game. Like, could you guys like send a set down for us? And they sent a free set to us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Down there and stuff. And we used to play it all the time. And now it's like, I know all the cards, like nothing's funny anymore.
Yeah,
like nothing gets me anymore because I know all the cards and like, we played that game into the ground.
Yeah. I'll tell on myself and my friends. So we always had this one card that's in there and it's the card reads as giggling at the mention of the Hutus and Tutsis, which was the Rwandan genocide for everyone at home that doesn't know that. But the one guy that pronounced it the first time, and then none of us bothered to check, was that he read it and he was like, it's Hutus and Tutsis. So like we never were like, what is this? This is so dumb forever. And we would always be like, throw this card out. And then one time we were doing that and somebody at the group was like, you guys are, that was like the Rwandan genocide, right? And we're like, oh God.
Oh, no.
Oh geez. We need to play more board games.
Mm-hmm.
That would require getting people here. I'm no longer the party planner. Don't
that MF and
that's true.
Party planner.
Jabecky used to be the party planner in the Discord. Now she is the future producer, which should be just the producer.
To be changed, but Michael slacking as always.
Yeah, always slacking.
I mean, he is an average idiot, so.
Yeah. You gave this to me earlier, and I've been looking at it for like 20 minutes.
I crushed that grape already. It's gone.
Do you want another one?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, it's watermelon too.
Watermelon.
So good.
God,
it's called Know Your Audience.
So nice.
Mm-hmm.
Snacks. Fidget spinner lizards.
I'm pretty sure Jabecky and I sat in Discord.
I'm really just
night.
a soccer mom.
Yeah.
I think we sat.
That's awesome.
For like 45 minutes just like looking at hard candy online.
We really did.
Bro.
I don't have any more grape ones.
That's perfect.
This is actually a really sucky bag.
Oh my God, why are there so many cherries?
Because the universe hates me. That's what kind of day it is.
Slide these forward. Wait, over here? Yeah. Look at all of these cherries. This is all red. Well, there's this one blue one here, but like, that's red.
Yeah, there was one watermelon. Oh, just kidding. I got excited, sorry.
Why do they do that? Like, why do companies do that? They're like, no, it's like the worst flavor.
So
they stack it full.
I think this
was the dollar bag from the Dollar General. So they probably get the leftovers.
Yeah.
I think it's where like the company like at the factory will like machine out like 10 billion of one flavor. And it's like they're at the end of one set but about to start another one. And then they're just kind of like,
My ex one time bought a like 5-pound bag of the blue raspberry ones, which are the worst ones.
Oh, what? Oh, man, I love the blue raspberry ones.
No, they're not the worst. Green apple's the worst.
I was going to say green apple. Come on.
Give me watermelon all day. They're delicious.
So speaking of giant bags of candy, Albanese Candy Company makes gummy frogs. And these gummy frogs are like the size of the ones you were eating. Oh, they're big. Yeah, they're like that size. So couple Christmases back, my mom is just like, hey, got you a bag of candy for Christmas, Merry Christmas. It is a 5-pound bag of gummy frogs. And they were all like this big around. And don't get me wrong, they were delicious. Albanese Candy Company, shout out, you guys rock. But like a 5-pound bag of gummy frogs. It got to the end where I was
big. There probably wasn't that many in it.
It was a lot. It got to the end where I was just like walking around and I'd see like one of the like feral cats in the neighborhood and I'd just be like, gummy frog. Just like,
oh my God.
Cats.
Well, yeah, they need the sugar.
Sure. That's what cats need, sugar.
Sugar.
Cats walking around with diabetes because you can't eat gummy frog.
Hey, you're gonna learn.
You're gonna ruin Ken's, man.
I mean, we are in West by God, Virginia. They're lucky it's not Mountain Dew.
That's fair. The cats were probably already on crack or something.
Mountain Dew is so overrated.
It really is.
You open it and it's flat immediately.
Well, it's because they put vegetable oil in it. Seriously. On the label, brominated vegetable oil.
Dude, it's like the most unhealthy soda, too. Like, soda's not healthy in general, but it is like the worst.
I don't know.
But back whenever I used to smoke a lot of marijuana, I used to get down on some Code Red, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that was like basically the Gamer Fuel before they made Gamer Fuel. And it was so bad.
Yeah.
I miss Livewire, though. It was so terrible for you, but that orange flavor.
The only soda that I drink, and it's only very rarely will I drink a soda, but it'll be a Dr. Pepper. Best soda in the world.
And 23 delicious flavors that are all just root beer.
I just love
it.
It's like, it's too good. But I can't buy it because I will like if I buy like a 12-pack, I'll just drink the entire thing.
Have you seen the oh no, it's not Dr. Pepper. It's two things mixed that shouldn't be good, and they taste like Dr. Pepper when you mix them.
I think we talked about that recently.
Oh, did you?
I forget with who though.
It's probably Alex.
It might have been.
Which motherfucking Dave? His name's David. I always call him Dave.
Is his name really David?
His given government name is David.
All right, David.
And then I hit him all the time with it, and he's probably punching the air right now.
What did you guys call him in the one episode? There was an episode where it was the first one where you were all together, and you called him something, and he's like, "I swear to God."
I think I called him Dave.
You might have.
Yeah, I think I was like referenced him because it was like I was like Vanya, who's one of the characters, and Zog, who's another one. Then I was just like Dave, and he's like, "God damn it!"
He got so mad. It is really cool though. Like whenever you start like editing somebody and just continuously edit that person, like I've been editing Jed for
years now.
7 years now, something like I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a long time. And even like starting this one, you can kind of pick up. It's I don't know if it's just me or if anybody else that edits audio, but like I can look at the audio file like while I'm editing, and I can kind of tell like how the conversation goes, and like each track I can like look at it if they're not labeled, and I can be like, that's Jed, that's Chris, that's
because of the waves.
Jess.
Yeah,
it's really weird, and I think it's probably just because I spend hours just staring at that. But It's just
well, and when they dial in on a character too, they're gonna like kind of play that in that kind of zone.
Yeah, like Jess gets really loud.
That's true.
Very loud.
Which unironically, I know if you guys are listening when this stuff comes out when it's live, like you'll see like Jess's quality of like her like voice and stuff is all over the place. Unironically, I think for like 2 episodes, her mic just was like dead, just like wasn't feeding, wasn't recording, was just like a hot mic that didn't go anywhere. And you would hear her through everyone else's mic, and it sounded like she was like way over here. And
I think all that's fixed.
Yeah.
I think all that was because we had that issue and Jed's like was worried that nothing was recording.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, the waveforms are there. He didn't have the output set.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. So like that, everything was playing, but that output wasn't set at all. So it was just going to nothing. So once we actually
put it somewhere, it was going the right spot.
So everything, well, that's fine. Because we had that big scare where we thought that you guys recorded an entire episode and it didn't.
Yeah.
And that's like a many hours.
The episode that we lost was like a 6.5 hour session.
Yeah, and that's something that you can't
really go back and
can't recreate it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to just basically start fresh at that point because there's no fixing it. It doesn't matter. Like if, say, your mic's just not working.
Yeah, or say you give the greatest intro ever spoken to words, and then there's just
click a pen the entire
pen just going ham next to it.
Yep.
Now you have your lizards.
Like this. It was so good too, dude. Like it was like the best take you've done on anything, and it was just ruined.
It felt good too. Is the worst part because I came out of it. It was like and then it's just like Daniel's just sitting there shaking his head, and I was like, "What?" He's like,
"You didn't even know."
He's like, "We're gonna have to throw it away." I was like, "What do you mean we're gonna have to throw it away?" And he's like, "You clicked a pen every second of that."
Yeah, there's some stuff that you can like edit out. That was just no. There's just no way.
We need to make a super cut for like the listeners of just like 2 minutes of
I can do that. I can just pull that clip and
aggressively clicking.
Because we're doing like the outtakes and stuff for the Patreon.
That's cool.
And it's probably in the outtakes already. If it's not, then I'll have to put it in there. But
the short super cut one you've done so far, that one I was laughing pretty hard at that.
Dude, there's some really funny stuff.
So how many people are in that?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess we should have talked about that at some point tonight.
Well, that's why I brought it up, silly.
Yeah. So we've got Jed playing Zog, who is I don't know how much I can get into it, but he's an orc artificer. We have his wife, Jessica, who is playing Vanya, who is a gnome fighter. And then Dave, Alex, is playing a human, like, special class. It's called Dragon Knight. He basically made a bond with a dragon, and that's his thing. So those 3 are like the main story. Although, and this is a fun little thing, Michael created a sorcerer lizard folk, and so that he could do like arcane magic stuff. He doesn't know it, but like he unknowingly created a whole character that fits a huge like undercurrent through the campaign. And I'm really looking forward to doing little like side one shots with him. So it's technically there's 3 in the main story, but like the way I'm going to play it, and there's a really good group of friends around here that I've been very lucky to play D&D with, that like Troy's one of them, is that I'm going to slowly like basically start bringing all my friends into my campaign. And then eventually at the end, I want to do like an Avengers Assemble, like there's like 20 people in the studio and Daniel's just like killing himself over trying to like, oh my God, too many people on the mic.
I will have killed myself way before then.
I mean, the rate we're going, that could be like 10 years from now.
That's true.
That's very true.
So,
but yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to get to that point. But like, so yes, there's 3 in the main.
Okay.
And like, they're the ones the story's centered around. But like Michael as a sneaky 4th main story. And I think it's a good little tie-in to him being the DM from the Kinda series. And I think he would have been the 4th member in the party, but there was a lot of stuff that he was going through whenever we created the campaign, and it was just easier for him to kind of come in, do a little bit, and then kind of drop out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use him to kind of get a lot of like undercurrent, like arcane stuff going through that like is going to like the party will come adjacent to it, and then and then they'll like maybe they figure it out, maybe they don't, but like the whole time they're doing their thing, there's going to be that's in motion as well. So I'm excited about that.
And D-Snoots.
It's going to be so cool when we do that part of his character arc too.
Yeah, I think I'm glad that I didn't decide to do like the full campaign because I just don't have time for one. And
I feel like it would have kind of been, honestly, probably burned you out to be like playing a character, editing a character in a campaign, and then in mine playing a main character, editing a main character as well, on top of, running your own YouTube channel, editing for the studio.
Do a lot of stuff.
Shout out to Daniel. If you guys need an editor, he is.
No, he's
I'm not free at all.
Not free. I mean, yeah, you got to pay him, but like, I'm telling you, he's worth it.
I'm like, I legit don't have time. I legitimately do not have time.
He's looking at his watch now.
Right.
Well, football's about to start.
Yeah, that's what he's really looking at. We're all just waiting to see if Justin Fields continue to shit down his legs or if he's going to actually play well tonight.
It's Thursday. Who's playing?
The Bears and the Commies. And it's like, it's so great. Watching just two franchises historically just terribly fall into each other. And then Fat Baker Mayfield somehow is playing well this year.
Amazon got such a raw deal. Like, give us Thursday Night Football. NFL's like, yeah, here's all the shittiest games.
So I think part of it's that I unironically, and me and a couple friends in another Discord have joked about this. I really think as like a way the players can like, not like quiet quit, but like literally be like, fuck you, we're not doing these, is I swear if you look, every Thursday night game is just hot ass and garbage. And honestly, as those pro athletes, I don't blame them because most of them are coming off like Sunday night or like Monday, or it's like 2 days of recovery. And then it's like, all right, cool. Here's your game plan. Go nuts on this team. It's like, I wouldn't do it either. And also you can't say that you're caring about player health and then, here's a midweek game that you got to do.
Yep.
It's such bullshit. Yep. So that's what I think is where, yes, did Amazon get scammed a little bit, but it's like, I don't think the players are actively doing it because that would obviously be like a holy shit kind of like Watergate moment. But I really think all of them are like, nah, we ain't doing that.
I think it's partially that. And also I think it's just partially the fact that like they haven't had enough time to recover. So they're just not playing at a high level because they physically can't.
Well, and that I asked you at the beginning of the season when everybody was hurting themselves like the first two games, I was like, I mean, it's been a few years since I watched football on a regular basis, but I don't remember players getting hurt this often, this bad.
Yeah. So it's because they nixed preseason.
Yeah.
They cut off one preseason game, added a game to the regular season, and now players don't play as much in the preseason to get warmed up. It's like a lot of teams would put out their starters for like a series or two just to get them like
game speed
ready, just get their bodies warmed up because you're off for 7 months.
Oh yeah.
And you're just, your body needs time to acclimate to
the insane
playing
pace.
The game because you can only do so much training to simulate the hits that you're going to take.
Yeah, it's not the same at all.
No.
What you're going to have to do physically. And once you're out there, like that's why a lot of teams start off slow because they're just, they don't have the
reps,
stamina,
and the reps in it.
Yeah, that too.
Well, and another big part of it too is,
and then you've got the Bears who just suck.
Oh my God, they're so bad. Jesus, just blow that whole team up.
Right.
But it's like, especially, I think the biggest thing this year is that like yes, there's been some like really outlying like catastrophic injuries early in the games, but I think the biggest thing is that there's so much digital like modern super access now. It's once something's there, they can't just be like, okay, we're going to go to commercial and then, hey, folks, this guy's out, lower leg injury or whatever.
Yeah.
Versus like now it's like, Adam Schefter's like knocking himself out to be the first guy to be like, oh my God, this guy's career's over. I'm Adam Schefter with the hot take.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate him so much.
Dude,
what an absolute tool. Like,
what an easy job.
Right.
You just sit there, you wait for a team to give you information and you tweet it out.
Yeah. And then on top of it, like,
that's all it is.
All of his stuff is
that's
like.
what I do for 13 Palm Trees.
That's fair, but you don't get paid nearly as much as he does.
Well, and
Can I get paid nearly as much as he does? Can we arrange that?
That would be dope if this was whenever this Palm Trees gets off the ground.
Maybe
that far.
Maybe one day.
One day.
Sorry. But yeah, no, Schefter's always such a shill for like the corporate NFL side of things. Yeah. Like it's never like, oh, hey, this guy's going to be back in it's like this guy's career probably over. And then it's like, dude, how's that guy going to negotiate now to be like, hey, I'm back, I'm strong, I've healed up, and it's like, well, Adam Schefter said you. It's like, dude, fuck that guy.
Yep. And his graphics for his posts are trash.
Oh my God, I was so glad.
Do you think he'd hire me? I'm just kidding.
I mean,
honestly,
would.
You would do a better job at doing any graphic that the NFL does now. Like they're so bad.
It's because you have guys that are like 100 years old, like Jerry Jones, in charge of it. They literally just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like last year with the Pat McAfee show before they went to ESPN. Like, they literally threatened legal action against the Pat McAfee show because they were using like game footage and like clips of the NFL to boost the NFL as like their largest podcast,
most popular podcast.
Yeah, in the NFL, because that's what I said. It's like people that are just disconnected from like how the media like landscape is nowadays.
Yep. And then ESPN had to pick him up and then like put half his show behind a paywall. It's like, of course you did. Of course.
I hadn't heard anything about his show for a while. I wondered what.
Yeah. I think the third hour is live, but the first 2 hours are just behind a paywall on ESPN.
Or if they have like a big get. I think they maybe do the Aaron Rodgers stuff still where everyone can see it, but like if they have like a head coach that comes in to talk or like a Hall of Fame player, that's almost always behind the like ESPN Plus.
Mm-hmm. You can usually find the clips online though.
Yeah, which like I get it. Be successful, thrive, do whatever you got to do, but like
I hate the subscription culture right now.
Right?
It's
nickel and diming me to death.
Well, I mean it's the dawn of the second great age of online piracy. Yo ho ho, me hearties. Like that was the whole point of streaming, was to make it so we didn't have to, and it's like
I saw they're gonna raise Netflix prices again.
Oh yeah.
After
that doesn't surprise me at all.
The writers all
strike,
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry, we're also like blocking everyone from sharing subscriptions, even though, hi Netflix, share your account with everyone.
Just give me one streaming service. It has everything on it.
It's called cable.
Yeah, I will say if we're lucky.
It does not though. It's not on demand.
Yeah. If we are lucky, Disney Plus is hemorrhaging money. Yeah. And if they fall and pull the rug on it, I guarantee you the other ones are going to pull the rug on it, and it's going to consolidate back under Netflix because I think they're the only one that have the market capital to do it. Like Prime maybe has enough.
You don't think Hulu?
So Hulu's also part of the Disney.
Is it? I forgot because they bundled them together this last year.
Yeah, because they just bought them, and I think it's like because Disney Plus is hemorrhaging money.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, like
yep.
Is it because of all of the why?
So part of it was they part of it's pricing with Disney, and another part of it is just Disney is just not the like guaranteed like this is a hit like it has been in the past.
True.
All their movies recently have been trash.
And
really have.
And that's really hurt because they kind of like did all of that Disney Plus as like, hey, here's some fun creative stuff, but it's kind of propped up by how successful our movie franchises are or our theme parks. And then with COVID and everything and all the controversies they've had here lately, they're just it's like massive like corporate downsizing. Like I think you're going to start seeing it in the next
you saw it over the summer. They fired because Disney owns ESPN, and they fired a ton of the talking heads on there.
Yeah,
like some of the most popular ones because they just couldn't afford them.
Yeah.
Talking heads like on Futurama.
Kind of. I wish it was that cool. Yeah.
No, like sports pundits or whatever you want to call them.
Like people that would run a show. Like there were a lot of ones that had been there like since like basically the dawn of ESPN.
Yep.
Oh, really? They got rid of them.
They chopped a lot and kept some that I really don't agree with, but it's not my decision either. But yeah, they cut a lot of really good talent for those guys.
I only open. Go ahead.
I was just saying, ESPN has sucked. I'm just so glad they finally got a decent duo for Monday Night Football. Because, dude, remember the year Booger, where he was riding on that little cart up and down the field?
Yep. I mean, he was trying.
That was so painful, man.
He was trying.
He was doing his
fans
best.
Were getting so pissed because, like, wherever the play was, that's where he was.
Yeah.
So there were, like, all the people who paid for those seats down along couldn't see the field.
Yeah, because he was like, sliding in the way. Yep.
Dude, like, it was just a mess.
I just don't want Chris Collinsworth to speak. Like, y'all at home, the physical hatred I have for Chris Collinsworth, I'm telling you, it was like Hitler, Chris Collinsworth, and Pol Pot, and I've only got one bullet. I'm going to line up Hitler and Chris Collinsworth, but I'm definitely shooting through Collinsworth first.
Because of his personality?
Oh, God, he's the worst.
Okay.
He says the dumbest shit, and it acts like it's the smartest take ever. He's like, yeah, you really want to get a first down here, and you really want to go beyond the, like, 10 yards required for that, and it's like,
that's football.
Thanks for that hot take, Chris.
To be fair, every single
I know they do.
They're like, the key to this game is that team's got to score more than the other team. It's like, no shit.
Yeah, but I'll give Troy Aikman a break. Like his brain is like scrambled eggs in there. Like he gets a pass.
He played in the 90s where it was legal to just body slam people. And
that dude took so many hits. But and just it's just like, and Collinsworth, he just has that smarmy, I want to punch him in the face voice. Like, God, I hate Chris Collinsworth.
Multifaceted hatred.
It's on site. I'm telling you.
Good to know.
Well, speaking of football, it's about to come on, so
he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah, Daniel's like, get me out of here.
I'm tired. I don't know if you could tell.
It's been a.
No, I had no idea.
No idea.
It has been a long week.
It has been.
It's only Thursday.
I know. I'm done for the week though. My clinic isn't open on Friday.
Wow.
This is mental clinic.
Yeah, the downside is that I have to do like all of my admin shit tomorrow.
You can
Perks
do
of running your own business.
Oh, it's the fucking worst.
You run your own business. Cool.
Dude. I did that with the cafe, man. Like, I'm like, cool, I'm off this day. It's like, no, I'm not.
There's
still a ton to do.
Yeah, here's these 100 things that I can't get to otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's just nonstop. But
when it's working, it's great because it's how you want it. It's how you've set it up. But oh my God.
Shout out your business so people can come and get their bones worked on.
Kinda. So as we've alluded to, I'm a chiropractor.
What about bone?
Yeah, I work on bones. No, so I'm a chiropractor by profession, and I live and work in a small town here in West Virginia called Grafton. That's where my clinic is. It's where I've got everything set up. Monday through Thursday. There's a whole lot of deets I could drop there, but I always feel weird like
it's your business, man. You got to get the word out.
No, I feel
the 3 people watching are going to appreciate it.
Probably, but so yeah, if you ever need a good chiropractor, hit me up. I'm your guy.
I need to talk to you about some stuff. So.
Dude, I need
to talk to you about my bones.
To work through your spine because there's so much shit in there that I see that I'm like, just
it's
I could fix that.
Yeah, there's my hips.
Me seeing all the red flags, I could fix that.
I agree.
They need adjusting. But my hips don't lie, so there's that.
Do you sing that to your clients?
So unironically, the hardest thing in my life is when a patient says when a patient says my neck and my back.
Oh no!
In that order with that kind of cadence, and I'm just like, I'll put you in my crack, and I'm like,
I can't. It's not professional. I can't. Now's not the time.
Because most of the time, it's a retirement community. Like, there's a lot of older people in Grafton.
They wouldn't even know what you're saying.
They would have no clue what I would say, and it would take way too long to try to explain. But it's like that's probably the hardest thing is just like the random like song lyrics like that where I'm just like, I can't.
So if I come in there and I say it's my neck and my back, and you don't say that, I'm walking out.
Yeah, you'll see me like blink really, really,
At least
really
get
intensely.
Adjusted first, and then don't pay.
Yeah.
No, I want him to say it.
Oh.
Then he'll get a big tip. Not money.
Yeah. Just the tip.
Anyways. Tip your chiropractor.
You can. I luckily I don't use one of those little white tablets where it's like you see this, you're like, So what's weird is there are some smaller offices that use those like small like square for their billing, and it's like it's an option in there, and it's one of those things where it's like I see that I'm like I swear to God I'm gonna get asked to tip for something I've never tipped in my entire life.
To be fair, I hate whenever they flip it around and it's like I ordered this online.
I've come to pick it up.
I pick it up and you're asking for a tip. It's like.
And the barista looking at you like Kevin James memes where it's like,
I look right at him and click no tip. I don't care because you didn't do anything. And I know the people who made my food won't get a cut of that because they're making way more than you. I didn't come in and sit down.
They actually do get a cut of that because they only pay like as service workers, you get paid
like the cooks. Cooks get paid more.
The cooks get paid more, but that money comes from the fact that the baristas and people like that don't make as much. Like they don't. It's not the federal minimum wage for like regular service, so it's not like whatever it is now.
Stop trying to guilt me into tipping.
God,
I'm not guilting you. I'm just educating you because a lot of people don't know that.
I want to get into all the fucked up socio-societal issues with tipping and how it spawned, but we're about to wrap this up.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's the way that it is.
Or like, okay, so Walmart. I don't know if you guys shop at Walmart, but I just started recently. I hadn't shopped in Walmart in like 5 years because I hate that place with a passion. But now that I live up here, it's like my only option.
It's
food
not,
islands. But it's not my only option. But it's like
Aldi. I keep telling you.
Yeah, well, Aldi for some stuff, but there's some stuff I can't go to. I can't go to Aldi and get a gold pizza cutter.
You got that off of Amazon. Stop.
I bought it at Walmart.
Oh, I thought you said you got it at Amazon. I'm sorry.
I should have. Probably been like $2 cheaper.
True.
It was like $7.
And free shipping. 2 days.
Yeah, true. But when they come over and they're like, hey, there's going to be a survey at the end. Could you give us 5 stars? And you just stand there and just click 1 star while they're standing there. Because I did that with Mega. She was like, that was rude. I'm like, if you have to come over and ask me to leave you a review and you didn't do anything to help me, I'm not leaving you a review.
I always just don't. I let it time out.
Yeah. Like it's just now, like say if I'm walking through the store and like I need help and somebody helps me and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll leave a review. But don't come over and beg for a review and just like without doing anything. Like what you did was the only thing that you did for me is ask me to leave you a review. And to that, I give you 1 star.
Yeah. Or what kills me is where it's like, would you like to round up and donate to a local charity? It's like, you are a multi-trillion-dollar company.
Yeah, that's
Why the
always
fuck am I
for
footing
me.
this bill? Why are you not asking to round it up?
The funniest with that is like whenever it's like $6.97 and I'm like,
yeah, 3 cents.
Right.
Like that's fine. That was cool. Like whenever everybody paid with cash because you don't have to worry about change. But like, I still do because I'm just a nice person.
Yeah, giving 1-star reviews, not tipping.
Depending on the charity.
That's my thing. It's like, yeah, it says it's this charity, but like, where's the proof?
Where's it's going?
That's why I always say no. I'd rather like give my money where I know it's going.
Yeah, to Little Rock, Arkansas, or wherever the hell Walmart spawned out of the earth from.
Right.
Somewhere in the swamp.
So it's all right. That's all we got for this episode of Under the Shade. I hope you guys enjoyed our banter.
It was nice to meet everybody.
Hopefully we'll have real fidget toys next time.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the realest fidget toy I've had in a minute.
Oh, I'm glad.
Daniel's going to probably just like zoom in and do like a rough cut of my hands just constantly in motion.
He's not going to edit this.
I don't do anything crazy to edit this one. This is just as it is.
Player note, editor, can you like zoom in on my hands for this part and make like a...
Editor? No.
It's going to be a no from me.
He just reverbs my voice for the whole thing where you can't even hear me.
I did that once.
It's
you're
incredible.
Like, you're just going to reverb my voice and just...
and like as you're listening, it just defragments like crazy.
But check us out. The links that you can see on the screen here. One here.
Oop.
And one...
Yeah. Hiya. And
right there. Yeah. Merch. Patreon.
Oh, nice. He's got
Check it out. And I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.